I just have to be a little more conscious of how my heart is feeling. And the pace will tell me if I get to Harvest Lane in under 10 minutes. I know I've been going too fast. I'm just going to turn the volume up a little bit more so I can hear her. Hear what she has to say.
Workout paused.
Oops.
Workout resumed.
That's a little too loud.
Time 4 minutes. Distance 0.56 kilometers. Average pace 9 minutes 55 seconds per kilometer. Cadence 68. Workout average pace 6 minutes 57 seconds per kilometer.
So it's giving me both paces, current pace and average pace. Yep. Probably be too warm once we get into the forest. We don't get too many planes, but a lot of people have been saying how they've noticed there's a lot less air traffic.
Time 7 minutes. Distance 1.01 kilometers. Average pace
99% less.
76. Workout average pace 3 minutes 54 seconds per kilometer.
So I guess there wouldn't be any of those sightseeing flights from the inner harbour. That would be too close proximity.
Exactly.
And the WestJet to
Closed. Air
Edmonton,
Canada is closed.
even the internal flights.
Yes, all of them are closed.
So there shouldn't be any flights
Correct.
other than maybe private or the news or the Coast Guard or whatever. Traffic copter.
Traffic copter.
Yeah, that's true. There's very little traffic. It's a copter.
Time 8 minutes. Distance 1.12 kilometers. Average pace 8 minutes 50 seconds per kilometer. Cadence 68. Workout average pace 7 minutes 6 seconds per kilometer.
This is going to get some fruit. This is an apple tree.
These are all apple trees.
Yeah, I think so. Might be a pear tree down the back there. Yeah. I noticed some daffodils on Mount Doug the other day.
Time 9 minutes.
I'm trying to gauge it so it's the same as always. Yeah. Maybe I should just untoggle the current pace because that's obviously causing the distress. Alright, so untoggled the current pace. This way.
Time 13 minutes. Distance 1.59 kilometers. Cadence 43. Workout average pace 8 minutes 9 seconds per kilometer.
So now I don't have a heart rate strap anymore. The battery finally gave up the ghost yesterday. So I'm now having to try and deal with running by feel and getting the flack from Mrs. J. Hello. Hi. Hello.
1.74 kilometers. Cadence 80. Workout average pace 8.17 per kilometer.
Hi. Let them go through.
See ya.
So we're doing the standard run, but we're going to take the Norn variation, which takes us a little further away from the road, a little further away from the busier trails. It adds a little bit of height.
1.87 kilometers. Cadence 67. Workout average pace 8 minutes 17 per kilometer.
So we're at 8 minutes per kilometre now, which is average for us. Hello. Hi. Hi. It is. Thank you.
Time 16 minutes. Distance 2 kilometers. Cadence 73. Workout average pace 7 minutes 59 seconds per kilometer.
We're still hovering around the 8 minutes per kilometre, which is what my target is really. We normally finish around 8:20, so no point going too fast at the beginning.
That's the only time I have energy.
Yeah, well, hopefully you'll have a little bit more energy for Norn, but there'll be more hiking because it does undulate a little bit more than this one. But we're further away from the road and further away from the more popular lower trails. We'll see, yep. I've learnt not to predict too much.
Time 17 minutes. Distance 2.08 kilometers. Cadence 64. Workout average pace 8 minutes 6 seconds per kilometer.
The cadence is going to be more relevant now that I don't have heart rate. Running cadence is 80, walking cadence is 60. Anything in between is for the combined workouts. So now we're on the Norn alternative.
Time 18 minutes. Distance 2.25 kilometers. Cadence 82. Workout average pace 8 minutes per kilometer.
Hello. Hi. Hello. Thank you. Norn. Oh, they got rid of the porta potty. There used to be a porta potty in there. That might have been a temporary measure. I guess when they had to empty it, they had the option of taking it away.
Time 19 minutes. Distance 2.35 kilometers. Cadence 74. Workout average pace 8 minutes 3 seconds per kilometer.
Get to see another crop of trees. And this little dip here is that part that we cross lower down where there's sometimes a bit of a creek. And up again.
Time 20 minutes. Distance 2.43 kilometers. Cadence 55. Workout average pace 8 minutes 10 seconds per kilometer. Time for hydration.
That's 20 minutes moving time. So this is quite an intersection of trails.
Norn Trail.
Yep. This will bring us to the back of Arbutus Mount.
Time 21 minutes. Distance 2.56 kilometers. Cadence 68. Workout average pace 8 minutes 12 seconds per kilometer.
Norn. Is that a robin? Looks like a robin. Yeah. It's got a slightly, almost a browny red waistcoat.
Yeah, not like the nuthatch. It's the really red.
Or the English robin, which is probably more like a nuthatch. Those are more like thrushes or little crows. I think they're all part of the same corvid family, the crow family. Corvids.
Time 22 minutes. Distance 2.64 kilometers. Cadence 57. Workout average pace 8 minutes 17 seconds per kilometer.
Yep. A little bit more hiking on this route. See, that's Arbutus Mount up there. Now we got some swoopy downhills. Hello.
Hi there.
Come on through.
Oh, thanks.
There you go.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
Time 23 minutes. Distance 2.75 kilometers. Cadence 73. Workout average pace 8 minutes 21 seconds per kilometer.
That's about our terminal velocity, 821. So we shouldn't lose too much time. It should start getting a little better soon. Yep. Waiting for Norma to catch up. You okay?
Auto pause.
We're going to see the phantom stepping stones in a minute. The guy with the chainsaw
Workout resume.
and too much time on his hands. Not quite yet, just coming up pretty soon. There was a swampy patch there, but for some reason he decided to cut these little rounds of wood from some piece of wood he's supposed to be
Time 24
removing.
minutes. Distance 2.89 kilometers. Cadence 79. Workout average pace 8 minutes 18 seconds per kilometer.
I think she's holding back because she knows I'm recording. So I'm stopping so she can catch up. Oop. It's nice and quiet in here now.
Time 25 minutes. Distance 3 kilometers. Cadence 68. Workout average pace 8 minutes 19 seconds per kilometer.
I'm going to take a picture of the stepping stones when I get to them. It's just around the next corner, I seem to remember. Hello. Hi, dogs. Hi.
Time 26 minutes. Distance 3.10 kilometers.
Hi.
Cadence 68. Workout average pace 8 minutes 21 seconds per kilometer.
So this is about the highest point that we get to, which is a little bit higher than normal. But then we get the downhill. There's a bit of a chicane here. You see how that little section is worn away with people going through that way. I went through that way once and tripped, so... Oh, here are those silly stepping stones.
It's still in a bog or something.
It was a little swampy, but they're not even
Time
that
27
well
minutes. Distance 3.20
planted.
kilometers. Cadence 59. Workout average pace 8 minutes 25 seconds per kilometer.
Just means that the guy had a lot of time to spare.
Auto pause.
He could have set them deeper in the mud, that's true. So I got two pictures now of the stepping
Workout resume.
stones. Okay. Hello. Joggers coming by. Thank you. There's a pair of glasses. So you don't like Norn?
It's fine. It's just, for me, there's more tripping hazards, and if I put my glasses on,
Yeah.
I can't see them. If I don't have my glasses on, my eyes are watering. I
Yeah.
can't see them.
There are a few more roots and rocks, and it is a little bit hillier. Yeah, look at this twisty. Yeah, that would be. That's nice. That would make a nice coffee table. We cut a section through the middle of that, or maybe a bench would be more appropriate for the shape and size.
Workout resumed.
Do you want to stand near it so I can get a sense of scale? There you go. That's nice. Beautiful. It's got, obviously it grew in a twist. There's more of the twisty stuff here. And this is more idle chainsaw work. Decorative. Gilding the lily.
Workout resumed.
Hello, dog. Hi.
Time 29 minutes. Distance 3.41 kilometers. Cadence 52. Workout average pace 8 minutes 30 seconds per kilometer.
So now we go back onto the old route. Down Norma's favourite ramp.
Time 30 minutes. Distance 3.54 kilometers. Cadence 3. Workout average pace 8 minutes 38 seconds per kilometer.
Hello. Hi. Thank you. People are aware of giving others the distance. After this thing is over, I think people will still be a little more respectful of distance as we go past Tinkertown.
Time 31 minutes. Distance 3.72 kilometers. Cadence 83. Workout average pace 8 minutes 19 seconds per kilometer.
I noticed when I went past the golf course the other day that the parking lot has been closed off. They don't want people parking in the clubhouse golf car park. Yeah, there was something in the paper about that. People who think because the golf course is closed they can wander all over the place. Well, play for free and walk across the greens and damage the fairways. Yeah, they did say in that article that the chip trail is still open.
Time 32 minutes. Distance 3.8.
Oh, I thought they did.
76. Workout average pace 8 minutes 16 seconds per kilometer.
Okay. I must have misread it. I thought it said,
The chip trail belongs to the guy.
I thought I read it as the chip trail and the connecting trail through the middle of the golf course is still
Only
open.
to be used for people who have to make a crossing.
Alright.
Which means you're not running along the golf course. Going through that zone.
Like if you live on Tattersall or something and you want to walk through to Derby. Tracksall to Derby.
Time 33 minutes. Distance 3.97 kilometers. Cadence 65. Workout average pace 8 minutes 18 seconds per kilometer.
She's wrong. But I don't mind. So what was the temperature high for today? 13, wow. 6. Still got a ways to go.
Time 34 minutes. Distance 4.09 kilometers. Cadence 70. Workout average pace 8 minutes 18 seconds per kilometer.
So normally just before we get to the road here at Ash, I do a little bit of hiking. Hello. Like round about here.
Time 35 minutes. Distance 4.23 kilometers. Cadence 73. Workout average pace 8 minutes 16 seconds per kilometer.
Which side of the creek do you want to be on for the last bit? The muddy side or the gravel side? Oh, we'll take the quietest side then. I might see my friend on the bench. Alright. Very quiet, the creek today. She's going to go across, so I don't think we'll catch up with her.
Time 36 minutes. Distance 4.29 kilometers. Cadence 55. Workout average pace 8 minutes 22 seconds per kilometer.
Okay, safely across. So once again I will stop this at the weir and do some editing when I get home. There have been some quiet sections. There's also been some, well, not exactly flack, but some tonal effects from Mrs. J.
Time 37 minutes. Distance 4.44 kilometers. Cadence 73. Workout average pace 8 minutes 20 seconds per
I
kilometer.
never noticed that before. It's like a little... Yeah, it tried to start, but it got pushed out of the way. It got overridden by the big tree. and then it rotted away. Survival of the fittest. And the mushroom colony.
Time 38 minutes. Distance 4.58 kilometers. Cadence 63. Workout average pace 8 minutes 18 seconds per kilometer.
Absolutely nothing growing on it today. I'm going to take a picture of the colony without the mushrooms. And in a few weeks' time, there might be quite a change.
Auto pause. Workout resumed.
These routes are pretty treacherous. I have tripped once in the past along here. Smashed my iPod Touch. But luckily, Derek told me of this place that replaced the screen. I took one of my old phones and they took the screen off and put it on my... Yep. I had an iPod Touch and then I had the iPod Touch that was the later model. Yeah, we'll stand over here.
Time 39 minutes. Distance 4.66 kilometers. Cadence 53.
Come on through!
1 seconds per kilometer.
Oh, look at this, off-road. I bet he can't wait to get some pedals on that thing.
I know, actually, I think he's ready.
He's ready for sure. Up you go. Have fun.
Workout resumed.
That little kid had a bicycle with no pedals, 4-inch wheels, that kind of thing. A hobby horse. Some of them are made of wood, but that one was a metal one. What was that? Yeah, we could put a battery on it, that's true. This is the top side of that creek that we went over on Norn. The bottom side, I should say. Heading to the weir once again.
Time 40 minutes. Distance 4.75 kilometers. Cadence 51. Workout average pace 8 minutes 25 seconds per kilometer.
So 40
Time for
minutes.
hydration.
40 minutes of recording will probably end up as 36 minutes after I take out some bits and pieces. I don't know if I'm going to have any freelance editing to do this week. It's possible. I'm not sure if Chris's friend, the Russian, whether he's back in business or not, but I kind of like doing editing, as you know, so I wouldn't mind if Chris asked me again. He knows he's going to get quick response from me. He probably doesn't pay his Russian guy very much either. That's
Time
okay.
41 minutes. Distance 4.84 kilometers. Cadence 67. Workout average pace 8 minutes 27 seconds per kilometer.
For me, it's just a hobby, like making movies. Editing audio is fun. It's what I do when I'm not running. I might start downloading some talking books. LibriVox, I believe they do a whole series of classics. And then there's Audible. Some of them narrated by the author, some of them narrated by voice actors. So this is the weir, as you can hear.
Time 45 kilometers. Cadence 83. Workout average pace 8 minutes 22 seconds per kilometer.
Alright, so that's about enough for today. Bye bye.